right, so here's everything you will learn in the Amoline Nutrition System customized coaching program. Now, please remember, this is the actual program, but you might be inserted at different levels and spend more time in different areas. But this is the basics of what you're going to learn. One, you're going to find your appropriate water intake, the amount of water that helps increase your appetite, energy, and cravings and decreases fatigue. So I don't want you running to the bathroom every 10 minutes, and I don't want hydration to be an issue. I want you to understand how water affects your body. Number two, we get into morning routines. What are you doing the first 5 minutes of the day? I have a very specific customized routine for every single person that will completely accelerate your natural physiology, your biorhythm. We'll get into that when I work with you. And most importantly, structuring and prioritizing your day. I want you to learn stress and time management skills because nutrition is a skill set, okay? And it's based on habits. Habits and routines make or break a diet. All right, then we get into micronutrients. What are you deficient in? What do we need to eat specifically to get certain areas of your body moving correctly? Okay, so that could be, you might be deficient in vegetables. You might be deficient in omega-3, omega-6 fats. And again, we find that out through my specific processes that I use in different data collection. All right? After that, you will learn about proteins. Which ones work for you? Do animal proteins work? Do plant proteins work? How much protein should you eat? When should you eat? I do all of this for you and give you one specific habit a week, so it's super easy. After that, we learn about carbs. And by the way, you learn about this a week at a time. So week 1, it's water. Week 2, it's routines. Week 3, it's micronutrients. So you're not overwhelmed or confused. All right? After that, we get into carbs. You know, which carbs worked for you? I have some clients that do really well on fruit. They don't gain any weight and they can eat a shitload of fruit. Some clients that ate fruit and they balloon up. Do grains work for you? Starches work for you? Rice? Again, I figure that out for you. And we can figure out how many carbs can you eat to drop weight, crush your workouts, but not feel tired and dragging ass all day. Last but not least, we get into the balance of carbs and proteins. Again, I find the optimal ratio that you have tons of energy, you're still building muscle, and you're stripping away fat. The last phase gets into these specific, I call it strategy 1 and strategy 2, where we handle these things over here. Alcohol, favorite foods, hormone restoration, traveling strategies, behavior-based eating. If you're an emotional eater, I have a lot of tactics and strategies for that. Workout nutrition. If you're an athlete, we really hammer that. And last but not least, we get into your lean maintenance profile, what you need to eat to stay lean moving forward. And we finish off with a gut health restoration. So the biggest goals for me as a coach, disregarding what your goals are, is I want to get your energy as high as possible. I want to reconstruct your digestion, make sure that you're actually absorbing and extrapolating all the nutrients that are in your food sources. I want to get rid of poor habits and implement better habits, improving the mindset, improving your sleep, kicking ass in your training, performance up, and last but not least, eliminating the midday crash. So that's everything you are gonna learn about your own body in the Amoline Nutrition Coaching System. Obviously, we dive way deeper into the science. The biggest goal for me is I want to take all of the science and just implement it for you and your daily routine, because science can be really confusing. And please remember that science is simply science. It's a huge experiment, which is what we're doing. This is an experiment to, for once and for all, find the right foods and the balance that works for you. And the coolest thing about my program that I can say is everyone gets leaner after the 8 to 12 weeks. Most people will lose between 10 and 20 pounds, maybe just 8 pounds of pure fat. I'm not really sure. It depends where you are and your current state of health and fitness. But most people get the biggest benefits after the program. They continuously, sustainably lose weight. So I want to leave you with strategies and tactics. So if you want to go away for the weekend and eat whatever you want and party with your friends, you can do that. If you have a cultural adaptation where you guys eat certain amounts of foods at certain times, I want you to be able to enjoy that. I don't want you to slap your grandma's cake that she made for you away. That's terrible. You don't want to be an asshole. You want to be able to be social and at the same time stay lean and get really, really healthy. So my job, my purpose in life is to help you do that. And as you can see, I do it in a pretty laid back fashion, but I make sure that I get my point across, that you understand the science, how it specifically applies to your body, and then I figure out the really easy habits and routines to make sure that you stay on point, you're not overwhelmed, and at the end, you have that big blueprint PDF and YouTube videos to refer to for as many years as possible. So I thank you so much for giving me the time to explain my program. I really want you to rock and roll in this program. So if you can, fill out your intake sheet, okay? Email that back with 3 specific times. Make sure you take care of your payment in the PayPal link, and then we can get started and get you rolling. Right after I have that strategy session, I email your first task and habit in 3 days. All right, so hopefully we get together, we rock and roll. I thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.